There are many video games that have appealed to people in the world. Some like adventure, some like RPG, some like fighting games or war games, and others like silly games. But there is one game that has appealed to people since the beginning of video gaming, and that game is Pac-Man. Created by Toru Iwatani, Pac-Man has drawn attention to people around the world. Pac-Man has the highest brand awareness of any video game character among American consumers, recognized by 94% of them, even surpassing Mario and Sonic. But just what is it about Pac-Man that many people have come to know and love? The answer to that is the game's enemies, the ghosts. Yes, the four ghosts Blinky, Pinky, Inky, and Clyde have been a cultural icon due to the game's artificial intelligence, or AI for short. Even one of the ghosts earned a spot in the top 50 video game villains at number 8 in the 2013 Guinness World Records Video Game Edition. Originally, Iwatani was going to have the four ghosts be the same color, in this case, red. Because of that, they would have the same personality and would have made the game very boring. To avoid this, Iwatani came up with the idea to give each ghost a different color and a different artificial intelligence to make it challenging for players. I'm going to show you each ghost's personality. The first ghost is Blinky, the red ghost. His original name was Shadow because he would go wherever Pac-Man would be. Obviously, his AI is simple. Blinky's target is where Pac-Man is. As the game progresses, he differs from the other ghosts in which he speeds up after Pac-Man eats a certain amount of Pac-Dots, which is called his Cruz Elroy phase. During that phase, he goes faster than Pac-Man, and when scatter mode occurs, he continues to pursue Pac-Man, making him hard to avoid. The second ghost is Pinky, the pink ghost. Her original name was Speedy, which is a little misleading due to the fact that she doesn't speed up, this obviously being the case that it's used by Blinky instead. However, this could also be due to the fact that she is the first ghost to reach Pac-Man. Her artificial intelligence is similar to Blinky's, but with a twist. She wants to be 4 grid spaces ahead of Pac-Man. However, when Pac-Man is facing up, she wants to be 4 grid spaces ahead and 3 up to the left. The third ghost is Inky, the blue ghost. His original name was Bashful, which is very fitting. His artificial intelligence is by far the most complicated of all the ghosts, which makes him unpredictable and very deadly. Because of this, he earned himself a spot in the top 50 video game villains at number 8 in the 2013 Guinness World Records Video Game Edition. His target depends on Pac-Man's position and Blinky's position. First, his first move is 2 space grids ahead of Pac-Man, and then Blinky's current position. Drawing a line from Blinky to the 2 grids ahead of Pac-Man, Inky then doubles the imaginary line, which then becomes his target. However, because everybody moves all the time, it's impossible to predict where Inky will go next. If Blinky is close to Pac-Man, Inky will most likely ambush Pac-Man. But if Blinky is far away, Inky might chicken out of the chase. 9 out of 10 times I've played this game in my life, I would usually get killed by this ghost. And finally, the last ghost, Clyde, the orange ghost, in case you haven't noticed, is the only ghost whose name doesn't rhyme with the other ghosts. His original name is Pokey, because he tends to wander off on his own. However, this isn't entirely true. Most of the time, Clyde will just act like Blinky and use Pac-Man as his target. But when he gets into an 8-space grid radius circle near Pac-Man, Clyde will then target his home corner of the maze. Once he leaves that space grid circle, he will pursue Pac-Man again until he comes into contact with the circle once again. If you play Pac-Man a lot, the best way to survive is to know thy enemy. Knowing your ghost characteristics can get you out of a situation where you think the ghost will get you. If you think you're going to head-on collision with a ghost, just know which ghost it is, what its target will be, and you just might make out of it alive or die trying.